Hello Year 1, I hope you're all well. I am so excited about today's video because I know how much you have been loving the mysteries that we have been doing in maths. So I thought today we'd do a mystery video. So this is the mystery of the missing clocks. Now, every teacher in the school has a clock in their classroom, but when we went into school yesterday, they were all gone. One of the teachers has stolen all of the clocks, and it's up to us, Year 1, to figure out who it is. Here are our list of suspects. Now, each suspect had an item with them. They also have a different number of children in their class, and some of them may have had help or not. So what you can do with this information is you can either copy it all down, or I am going to be going along and ticking it off as well. So we can either do it together, or if you want to, you can have your own separate one. So if you want to have your separate one, pause this now and copy this grid out. If you don't, you can just continue on. Right, time for clue number 1. This clue is that every teacher suspect had an item with them, and the person who stole the clocks had the smallest item. So what we need to do is we need to figure out what the items were. We need to collect them all and put them in height order. So it could be a hairbrush, it could be a lipstick, it might be a fork, or it might be a toothbrush. So pause this video, we need to go and find all of these things in our house and bring them together. So I have got all of my items. I have got a hairbrush, I've got a fork, I have got a chapstick because I couldn't find any lipstick, so it's just a lip balm, and I have got a toothbrush. Now we need to measure them, so we are going to put them in height order. So as you can see, I've put them all out. I've got my toothbrush, seems to be the tallest, then my hairbrush, then the fork, and finally the lipstick, lip balm is the smallest. Remember, the clue was that the person who stole the clocks had the smallest item, and we found that the lipstick lip balm was the smallest item. So we can cross off anyone who did not have the lip balm. So that means we can cross off Mrs. Wilkinson. She did not do it. Neither did Mrs. McKenna. She had the toothbrush. Mrs. Rammons had a fork, so we can cross her off. But Miss Humphreys, Mrs. Paul, Miss Beavers, Mrs. Stokely and Mrs. Fryer all had the lipstick. So clue number 2 is that this teacher has a number of children in her class that can be shared into 2 groups equally. So we can share the number of children in her class into 2 groups. So that is what we are going to try to do now. So we are going to start with Miss Humphreys, as she is at the top of our list, and she has 20 children in her class. So let's see, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So are they equal? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 10 in one group. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 in the other. So it could still be Miss Humphreys, as hers share equally. Our next suspect is Mrs. Paul. Mrs. Paul has 11 children in her class, so let's see if that shares equally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this group, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this group. Also, it's not Mrs. Paul, so we can cross her off of our list. There we are, we have crossed Mrs. Paul off. Our next suspect is Miss Beavers, and Miss Beavers has 17 children in her class. Let's see if that shares equally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We've got, let's see if we can count in twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 in this group. And we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 in this group. So it can't be Miss Beavers because it doesn't share equally into two groups. So we can cross Miss Beavers off of our list. There we are. Miss Beavers is now crossed off. Teacher is Mrs. Stokely. Mrs. Stokely has 12 children in her class. Let's see if that shares equally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see, we've got 2, 4, 6 in this group, 2, 4, 6 in this group. So it could be Mrs. Stokely as 12 does share equally into two groups. Our next suspect to work out is Mrs. Fryer. Mrs. Fryer has 18 children in her class. Let's see if that shares equally into two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So it could be Mrs. Fryer. This means that our remaining suspects are Miss Humphreys, Mrs. Stokely and Mrs. Fryer. So clue number 3 is that we need to find out what double 6 is. And if the answer is over 10, it means they didn't have help. But if the answer is under 10, it means that they did have help. So how do we double 6? We have to do 6 add 6 equals something, and that is our double. So we're going to get a 6 in our head and we're going to get our 6 on our fingers. So we're going to go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Double 6 is 12. Now, is 12 over 10? Is 12 bigger than 10? Or is 12 less than 10? 12 is more than 10, which means that the culprit did not have any help. So let's have a look at our list again. So it says here, Miss Humphreys did not have any help, so it can't be her. Mrs. Stokely also did not have any help, but Mrs. Fryer did have help. So we can cross Mrs. Fryer off of our list. So now it is between Miss Humphreys and Mrs. Stokely. Who do you think did it? Finally, it is time for clue 4. This clue will tell us which teacher stole all of the clocks. This clue is that the culprit, so the person who did this, has an odd number of letters in their surname. See if you can work out who did it. So, who worked out clue number 4? Let's do it together now. We need to find out who has an odd number in their surname. So remember, your surname is your last name. So we are looking at Stokely and Humphreys. Let's start with Stokely. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters in Stokely. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in Humphreys. So we've got 9 or 8. Which one is the odd number? 9 is the odd number. So the teacher that stole all the clocks was Miss Humphreys. Naughty Miss Humphreys, hey? But don't worry, this was all just pretend. All of our clocks are safe in our classroom. So I hope you enjoyed solving that little mystery. Speak soon.